Hello and good afternoon again, Teacups. We find ourselves back at Teacup Castle a little bit earlier than we usually are. That is because, as you can see, I am surrounded by the watch-along between pre-season watch-along. I do have to stress, it is still pre-season. It's another match though, it's real football, so I'm enjoying it. But the pre-season watch-along between AC Milan, Manchester United, we've got the lineups up on the screen. Damien has got the substitutes in the chat. I can't star it because you're not able to star things on OBS the way you can on StreamYard. But Damien's done the legwork. It's in there. I've spotted him. So thank you very much to Damien for getting those in. Shout out to everybody joining us. I see Rob, obviously Damien, lovely Lucky is in the house. There's Ollie, hello to Ollie. I'm sure I saw Shem get first again. Hello to Shem. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the tea party, boys and girls. Thank you so much for being here. Please, please do remember to smash the like button on your way into the show. It really does help. It pushes it out there. As we're getting closer and closer and closer to the season, the subs are climbing, climbing, climbing. The more you like the video, the more it tells YouTube this is good stuff, and more people will come along and join our tea party. And obviously the more people at the tea party the merrier, because it gives us more different points of view and different things to talk about. So now that I'm actually here, we have a little bit of time before the match starts. I'm normally like super duper late, like not on time, badly organised, but actually we have a couple of minutes before the match starts today, so we're actually able to, unusually, have a few moments to speak about the starting lineup, guys. You're never going to believe it, but we actually have time to talk about the starting lineup. Can I just say, when I saw the starting lineup, I was like, hello, I like this lineup. Lamans, yes. Mazraoui, yes. Maguire and Heaven, yes. Luke Shaw, yes. Santos and Tielemans, yes. We have Dorgu, yes. Fernandez, yes. Ahmad, I probably would have preferred to see Lacey or Mbumo out there, personally. That's my one niggle. And I told you yesterday, I told you multiple pre-season watch-alongs, and I told you yesterday when we spoke about the Manchester United squad, I fully believe Cunha will be the backup to Sesko. I said it, and it's happened less than 24 hours later. So look, again, we need a striker. We need a striker, do you know what I mean? But I think if someone's going to do a job there, it'll be Cunha. And Mbumo's done so well in pre-season, but I think Cunha is more naturally comfortable in that position for someone who's not an actual striker. So for me, the only kind of, I probably would have preferred to see Shea Lacey / Mbumo on the right rather than Ahmad. I think he's struggling at the minute. I think he needs to regain his form. And I think that was kind of throughout the end of last season, and it's followed him into the start of this pre-season. But we shall see. It's not like he's terrible. I just think we've better options. And obviously, I'd rather have a striker in the striker's position. But if we have to select a backup, of all the backups we have available, Cunha would have been my choice. So overall, really, really pleased with that lineup. A really strong lineup, a really good lineup. I would be happy to go into most Premier League games with this lineup if it all performs, fingers crossed. As we discussed yesterday, United's problem is their depth. United's problem is you get one injury, the whole tree topples over. But as it stands, looking good to me. Rob has got in the happy Foxy to the chat. Hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. The happy blushing mascot Fox is in the chat with us. The super sticker, thank you to Rob. I am taking that as a sign of good things to come. I'm taking that to mean a happy Fox means a happy teacup queen, means happy teacups, and United's going to win this pre-season match. That's what I'm going with, guys, and I am absolutely sticking to it. Now, we do have both Mbumo and Lacey on the bench, and we also have Collier on the bench. We've got Manu on the bench. Rashford's on the bench. There's been a whole rigmarole about the number. Rashford's wearing the number 9 today. Lads, can everybody just hold on to their hair, right? It was put out, last week, that Marcus Rashford's going to wear number 14. But it's actually on the Man United website, and it has been on the Man United website for every single pre-season match to date even the ones that Marcus Rashford was still recovering from international duty, where he was not like a part of the squad at all, it has said every single time on the Man United website that the numbers worn in pre-season are not the actual numbers that will be worn in the season. They're like provisional, temporary, makey-uppy numbers. So whatever just because he's wearing number 9 now, does not mean he's going to wear number 9 in the season. Even if he does, as I said yesterday, I fully believe that between him and Cunha, they are going to rotate behind Sesko. And given the regularity of Sesko picking up some little injuries, that might happen more often than we think. So I'm probably just not going to freak out. But it's not a panic. People are panicking. They're like, Marcus Rashford, number 9. He's not even in the bloody starting lineup, and it started this. See this circus? It's nothing to do with him. It's nothing to do with him. I would genuinely believe, I would bet on this, that it annoys him as much as us. Because it's nothing to do with him. He's not on the pitch. He's not in the starting lineup. And there's been a complete meltdown online about a number that the Man United website says doesn't mean anything. And everybody's had a heart attack. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And I do want to try and separate, because it looks like he's staying for the season. And while I didn't approve of some of the behaviour he had, and while I would have been happy to sell him, I do want to make a point when we go into this season of, I'm not going to attribute or get annoyed with him for something that's outside of his control. So the club giving him the number 9 for the day, publicly saying the pre-season numbers are like temporary numbers, and then the internet going into meltdown are nothing to do with Marcus Rashford. So I'm just... and as Rob says, even if he did get it, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? The number 7 I care about, giving that to Mount, really irritated me. And I understand if people assume because... Sorry, I have to get comfortable. If people assume because he's number 9 that we won't buy a striker, and that's what they're annoyed about, fine, but I think you're reading too much into it. So I just think we need to take a wee breath. He's on the bench. He might not see the pitch. And it's not a permanent number. There we go. Drama over. Do you know what I mean? Like, the drama is over. Now, when we look at the match itself, because the other drama, obviously, as alluded to earlier by Grace, is, you know, it's Manchester United versus Ruben Amorim. It's Manu and Rashford, who are not in the starting lineup, against Ruben Amorim. All of this other drama. No, it's Manchester United versus AC Milan. Pre-season game. Final preparations for the season. It's about getting our team, our squad, our manager, our club ready for the season ahead. He's nothing to, like, other than him being the coach of the opposition team, it's nothing got to do with Amorim. And again, it's people creating drama where there is none. I actually am getting to the point where I think people are just addicted to drama. I think people enjoy it. Now, I enjoy a little bit of chaos, a little bit of fun chaos. What I don't enjoy is drama for the sake of it. What I don't enjoy is people throwing their toys out of the pram. I think it's silly. I think we should win this match. If you just look at this team and then you look at this team, I think we should win this match. If we don't, I would be disappointed, regardless of who the manager is. And actually, I quite liked Ruben Amorim, and I was really disappointed with the behaviour of both Rashford and Manu. So by rights, like, do you know what I mean? It's a nonsense. I would like my team to win regardless of who coaches or manages the other team. I just think it's totally irrelevant. And I think we will. So, now that we've just drifted past all of the drama, it's over and done with, the nonsense be gone, I want to know, what do we think? What do you think? Do you agree with me? Is Luke Shaw right back? Why would Luke Shaw be at right back if Mazraoui is at right back? I would say Sky are having a bit of a mare, Ollie, because to put Mazraoui at left back and Luke Shaw at right back would be a bit stupid. So I would say Sky have just got their left and right backwards. I mean, I would be absolutely confuddled altogether if it wasn't Luke Shaw at left back and Mazraoui at right back. I would be confuddled by that. I'd say Sky have just got it a wee bit arse about face. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me that we should and will win this match? Yes, no, score lines, players that you're excited to see. What do we think of the lineup? Oh, they've put Dorgu on the right wing thing. Right, so they've got their left and right backwards. Bless them. When they were putting it in, they probably put it in mirrored. They probably put it in and flipped it. I would say that's what they've done. They've put it in mirrored, I would say, is what they've done. Bless them. Somebody has not realised it's mirrored. That's what's happened them. Because see, even with my camera, like I can flip it so that I am mirrored, but then it changes everything. And I don't know why people do it, but I would imagine that's what's happened. Somebody has clicked or unclicked the mirror function, I would say, is what's happened. Let me see. Okay, no, I'm pretty up to date. But yeah, so what are we thinking, guys? Win, loss, draw, scoreline? Who are we excited to see? I am excited to see Santos and Tielemans together. That's what I'm excited to see. I'm really excited for that because I think that's what our midfield is going to look like. I'm very excited. We went through this. We went through this yesterday. We went through the squad. We looked at the first and this is more or less the starting lineup that we said we would likely have for the season, bar we had Yorowin from Maguire, and I think we had Mbumo instead of Ahmad, but that's kind of where we were at. So it's really exciting to see that, because while we may not be happy with it, it does show us that we do actually have a reasonable idea of where we're at if we just stop and take a breath. Louis is with us. Hello to Louis and welcome, who says Man United to win via penalties. Yeah, I saw actually a friendly game the other day and they came out and said that both clubs had agreed if it was a draw, it wouldn't go to penalties. Obviously that's not the case with us. We love an old penalty shootout. We do have Dermot Mee on the bench, so if it comes to penalties, we'll get old Mee on there. He was very good in the last one. So yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, if it goes all the way to penalties, we'll have had a right laugh. That'll be the second one we've had go to penalties, won't it? So it'll keep us entertained. I think we win outright. I think this could be like 3-1 or something. I think like we win on this one. Maybe that's it. I'm getting ready for the season. I'm getting the positivity pumping. I'm getting excited until reality brings me back down to earth. I reckon 3-1. 3-0 maybe. We might get a clean sheet. We might just nil the life out of them. So, but I am excited, guys. I'm very, very, very excited. Let me just make sure that the wee notification went into the Discord, guys, so everybody knows we're live, because obviously it's not our normal time. It did indeedio. It did indeedio. Okay. Anybody else have any score predictions? Is it just Louis that's going to be brave enough to give me a score prediction? Hasn't started on my screen. Has it started for you guys? Oh yes, silly Egypt. My MUTV didn't update. Has it kicked off, guys? It's not kicked off. I'm on MUTV and it's not giving me. Oh, what are they doing? Have they messed it up? Sorry, guys. Why is MUTV not working? What is the point in paying for this if it's not going to actually show me? Hello? No, my MUTV is broken. Well, that's fucking excellent, isn't it? All right, give me a sec. That's a little bit disastrous, if I'm honest, because I can't do a watch along for something I can't see. Why in the name of God is MUTV not working? Aha. I've got it, guys. I've got it. Thank you very much to Damien. I've got it. Because I would have just nattered away not realising. It just got itself stuck. Just completely got itself stuck. And then because I was looking at it and I hadn't seen them start, I just trusted them. That was my mistake. Right, let me get the timer and the match on the same thing. 3. Thank God for Damien. No one else was going to tell me. Okay, I think I'm right now. I think I'm all right. I tell you what, considering the money they charge for it, MUTV is an absolute disaster. Have I muted myself now? I bloody well shouldn't have. Can you hear me? Am I muted? I don't seem to be. No, not muted. So I haven't muted myself, Ollie. Okay, so everybody can hear me. Ollie said I muted myself, so I thought I'd muted myself. But no, Ollie's muted me. I thought I did it to myself. Right, we're on track now, guys. We missed a goal. Oh, for the love of God, we've missed a goal. Can somebody tell me who scored? Because I missed it. We're 4 minutes in and I've missed a goal, which is sensational, guys. Great start to the watch along. Me nattering away. Thank God for Damien. I'd have missed the whole thing. So if somebody could tell me who scored, I would appreciate it. Maguire from a corner. Thank you very much to Patrick. Sorry about that, guys. I had it open. See what I'm glancing over here? This is the screen that I have MUTV on. And it looked like it just completely glitched. So I just missed it completely. Thank you again, really, thank you so much to Damien for actually pointing that out, because only for Damien I'd have still just been sitting here waiting for the match to start not knowing. So I appreciate that very much, Damien. Hopefully there'll be many more, and I won't miss these ones. How disastrous. Harry Maguire on a header. Love an old Harry header. Sorry we missed that. I do see Mama Flossie has now joined us as well, and Patrick is there. Hello to you guys. Guess is here. Hello to Guess. No, not Teacup Castle. Nothing to do with Teacup Castle, Flossie. MUTV Gremlins. I'm sitting on the site on the MUTV live now, and the match started and it didn't go live, so that's an MUTV thing. There's an awful lot of Gremlins at Teacup Castle. This one's nothing to do with me. But I'm expecting, as I said, guys, before I was aware it kicked off, I am expecting a pretty big scoreline here. So I'm reckoning 3. I'm reckoning 3. Guess reminding people to please hit the like button. Good thinking. Please do hit that like button. Much appreciated. It's quite sunny now. To be fair, I don't think it's going to be in either of the goalkeeper's eyes, but it's really bloody bright on the grass. My eyeballs are burning. It'll be no harm for them if there's a wee bit of heat there. Do you know, we might see a bit of them having to push through if they get a wee bit tired in the heat. Oh, and the score. Thank you, Bonkers. Where is my wee doohickey? There we are. Thank you, Bonkers. I'm at 6s and 7s today. Now we should be right. Now we've got a timer and a score and a match. We're only 7 minutes in, guys. You would think I'd never done this before. Oh, dear me. Shot there, save from Lomans, shot from Loftus-Cheek, save from Lomans, but it came from a little bit of a mistake there from Tielemans. Little bit of a mistake, and it just fell nicely for AC Milan. It was a poor pass from Bruno, to be fair, and it's not the first time Bruno, like we see Bruno do stuff like that in season. Bruno wasn't at the races the last match either. Now, to be fair, we do have to remember when everybody started pre-season, like think of Mbumo, the first match of pre-season, it took him a few to get going. This is only Bruno's second game of pre-season, so he's a wee bit behind the sharpness of the others who either weren't on leave after the World Cup or came back earlier than him. But we need to see him sharpen up a little bit, so hopefully through this game, we will see that improve. Patrick Dorgu's down the middle here. Accidentally. But I think this is going to give us a good idea, folks of Man United. Because I think this is going to be... Oh, Maguire. Santos taken out. That was not a good tackle. I will fight you. Don't pick on him. Santos has won us a free kick. I'm unimpressed, mister. AC Milan player. I'll have to have a word with him. But I think this is pretty much going to be more or less our starting lineup for the season. Potentially, as I said, Ahmad for Mbumo. Potentially Maguire for Martinez or Yoro. But overall, this is more or less going to be our starting lineup. Ah, good ball forward. That's a foul. Yeah, Estepunian has pulled Ahmad back. He was away there. That was a great pass through from Tielemans. Let me see. The final boss is with us. Hello to the final boss. Everybody said hi, 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 hi. Damien liking what he sees from Tielemans. Well, I didn't see. The first match that Tielemans played in, I didn't see. So I obviously saw him in the game against Leeds, but not a whole lot. But I'm on fire now to see this Santos Tielemans pivot. Cunha's looking lively. I was going to say that 10 minutes went fast, but we've only been here for 3 of them. Well, I've only been here for 3 of them. The last I saw, who else is playing friendlies today? I saw Chelsea were winning their friendly, but they kicked off a little while ago. Did Shem say that Spurs is playing right now as well? They started at 3, I think. I have no patience. Because I've missed the goal now, I'm like, give me another one. Let me see a goal. 3-1. Jean Pedro brace. Nice, nice. 3-1. I think it was it 2-1? And then you got the third. I thought it was 2-1 when I saw it, but it was still live. So, happy days. I know people say it's only pre-season. It's still bloody nice to win. Second half's about to start. Catch you on the other side, Shem. By the time your second half ends, we'll be at halftime. Everton and Brighton are all playing as well. Oh, 1-0 to Spurs. 1-0 to Spurs right now. Happy days. I think a lot of teams now are getting to short of late transfers, all of the World Cup players are now back. So I think a lot of teams are now getting to where they're going to be. So I think these sort of results, while they're still friendlies, they're a little more interesting. Not even necessarily just the results, but what you're seeing on the pitch, how the teams are playing. I really like this jersey. I really, really like this jersey. When we looked at it originally, I had seen people say it was going to be green stripes. It's not, though. It's black. But it's really lovely. And can I just say, right, I quite like Snapdragon as a sponsor. Because a lot of the other sponsors, has anyone seen Bournemouth's kit? Sorry. What is that about on the front of their kit? Bless them. It's absolutely stinking. But Snapdragon really work with us. Like, they changed the colour of their logo to suit what jersey. We've actually removed the word Snapdragon and it's just the symbol. I have to say, shout out Snapdragon for being very amenable sponsors, because that helps the jersey look nicer. Imagine they refused to change the colour. Or they said, no, we want the name on it as well. The jersey just wouldn't look as nice. So fair play to them, getting with the programme. But it's quite nice. I wasn't planning on getting another jersey. I was thinking just one per season. Otherwise, my collection would get too big. But I do really like that one. I was actually thinking of getting one of the hoodies or something for the winter time. I'm getting excited for cold weather, guys. But we'll see. AC Milan trying to build up a bit here. They're trying to, they've got a little bit of possession. It took two of them to get the ball off Dorgu. Cut out there. Oh, well done, Lamens. Well done, Sene Lamens. Really good save. Mazraoui's launched it forward. I keep thinking Mazraoui is in Bumo. Damien's just seen the Bournemouth one. It's stinky. It's stinky. Like, the big pink diamond is like almost the size of the jersey. And then a big hot pink diamond on black and red stripes. They've done them in. They've done them in there completely. Rob says, yeah, Snapdragon have been pretty good sponsors. They're the kind of sponsors I would actually go out of my way now to see look into Snapdragon, because I quite like the way they've behaved. But that Bournemouth sponsor, it's not very pretty. The Final Boss says, it must be nice having a sponsor. Well, it depends. I like our sponsor. Snapdragon have been very good working with us. And with Adidas, obviously. But I'd rather have no sponsor than Bournemouth sponsor. Go look up the jersey. It'll make you feel better. Enzo came on the pitch and fans were booing him. And then they sung his name 30 seconds later. Apparently people were in the stands arguing over what to do. And see, that's it. It doesn't have to be everybody that wants him gone. See, when there's even like a small sort of a portion, it creates a divide. We know all about it. We know all about divisive players. Should they stay or should they go? Half the fan base wants to keep them. Half the fan base wants them gone forever. Oh dear. So best of luck with that. When I was talking about how toxic that can be, I wasn't joking. It can be toxic depending how it's navigated. So a lot of it will be down to how your club and Alonso end up having to navigate it now to make the best of a bad situation. AC Milan are definitely growing in here. So obviously Harry Maguire with the header before I knew we were live. Then we were building there, a couple of nice chances and through balls. AC Milan taking over the possession a little bit here. Testing out our defence, our structure, our goalkeeper. So far the goalkeeper's come out the best. But I mean, when I said another goal, I probably should have been more specific. I mentioned another United goal. Mazraoui with the block. Cisse got the shot off, but I mean, It was nowhere near, really. Nowhere near at all. Through Maguire's legs for that save, the second save from Lomans. Another save with the foot. He loves that save with the foot, so he does. He's very good at it. It's very David De Gea-esque, that foot save. He loves it. Ah, there's Ruben. He's not wearing the Man United hoodie today, lads. He's dressed very smart in his suit. Although he's wearing all black in that weather, he must be absolutely roasting. Some of our passing's a little loose here. Luke Shaw's just pelted it off the AC Milan player. Santos has tried to win it back and run into the player. Dorgu has thrown him on the ground. Dorgu's had enough. Have a bit of grass. That's a really nice jersey. I could be on the OK jersey yet, lads. There might be another jersey. I was thinking it one jersey, one hoodie. Might have to get another jersey. There'll be no more room in my wardrobe. I didn't have a lot of luck. The last season we had the sort of cream away kit. I got it. And we didn't have a lot of luck when I was wearing it. So I sort of swore off them. But it's very pretty, this one. And it's different. AC Milan with the possession again. We don't seem to be able to get possession. Right, Bruno. Cunha's lost it. Not a great first touch from Cunha, to be fair there. Right, it's going to be a throw to Man United. Non-United fans in the chat, are you watching this or are you just listening to me? Because I'm curious to see, because I haven't watched any other teams' pre-season games. I'm just going off their fans' reactions and kind of what they're saying. But I'm wondering, like, watching it, do you feel any sort of way about it? Or you just, it's pre-season, so it doesn't matter? I 100% agree, Damien. Absolutely, I'm delighted about that as well. At least Lomans looks confident and didn't let the World Cup mistake get to him. Completely agree. I'm so pleased because I was a little worried about that. But he said, you know, a number of goalkeepers reached out to speak to him and to give him some advice and, you know, say, look, we've made mistakes too. Don't let it bring you down. And so the goalkeeping community seemed to really rally round him. I have to say, I saw that in the aftermath, but I agree, he looked really confident. I think as well, oh, the Mexican wave's going. Well, they're trying. They're trying. There it is. I tell you what, you're not going to lose their goalkeeper, are you? That's quite bright. Right. We've had the ball here for like 15 seconds and then we've lost it again. Tielemans has lost it a few times. Bruno's lost it a few times. Cunha's lost it a few times. They're all a little loose there. Santos won the ball back and got penalised for winning the ball back. I mean, he might have touched him a little bit with his foot, but not very much. I think he was dramatic there. He might have got the player and not the ball, but it wasn't very much. Damien taking part in the Mexican wave. Rob says, we're allowing their back three to push up. That's very technical for you, Rob. Have you been getting out the old tactical board? Getting the formations on it? It's very tactical language. Do you not know that we're common people in here? We don't understand that language. Lomans has got it. All right, Mazraoui. Back to Bruno. Lost. No, one back. Santos. It's the Kool-Aid, says Rob. I see you've been on the Kool-Aid. Mazraoui has won us a free kick. But yeah, I'm very, very pleased about Lawman's. Really, genuinely very pleased. He looks really sharp, which is brilliant. It's exactly what you want. Yeah, that was a bit of a foul on Aidan Heaven, wasn't it? Ye are quiet today, chatters. It's not like ye, is there normally nattering away in there? We're all out of sync because we're not normally live till later on. I feel like the live's only ended. Like, I feel like the lunchtime live is only over. I went and had a bit of lunch. Oh. Luke has given us a sing-song. Go on, Luke. Take the mic. Bruno just skied that. Oh, we're having a hydration break. What? We're having a hydration break. It'll be to do with the temperatures. There is a rule, and it's always stood even before the World Cup. When you hit a certain temperature, you do have a hydration break. And I did say earlier that the sun was absolutely blinding me. So I would suggest probably a hydration break in this particular circumstance is actually... Oh, I've just seen the goal. Go on, Harry. I've just seen it. I'm getting a replay, obviously. Go on, Harry. Harry's header. Harry's header. Some things never fail. What is it? Death taxes and Harry Maguire are heading the ball into the back of the net. But yeah, as we know, I'm not a fan of hydration breaks, but this rule did stand long before the World Cup, and it looks really roasting there. They're all absolutely pouring in sweat. Even the AC Milan players are pouring in sweat, and like they should be more used to it than our players. What are we thinking so far, guys? Are we liking it? Are we a little bit nervous? Do we agree with Rob? We're letting them push up too much. We need to be stopping them. What do we reckon? Are we letting them push us back into our half or towards our half a little bit too much? Hydration break's over, by the way, guys, because it doesn't have to be 3 minutes because we're not waiting for ads to come off the TV. It was genuinely just for hydration. Hello, United Mandem. Welcome back to the live chat. United Mandem says, big up Lou in the chat. It's been a while. Hope everyone is well. We hope you are well too, United Mandem. It's good to have you back with us. Rob says, I wish we had more possession. I agree with that, Rob. I have to say, I do agree with that. They've had a lot of the possession. I'd actually be curious about the possession stats. Let's have a little look what it is right now. Let us check. Yeah, they have 69% possession. So the stat matches the eye test. The thing is, it's our attacking players that are losing it. Cunha's lost it so many times. So has Bruno. Guess has spotted Modric. What is that little git doing? He was trying to fight Lawmans for the ball there. Like, Lawmans had it in his hand and he's trying to fight him for it. Should have pinged it off his skull. I don't condone violence, guys. Just don't pick on Senna. Then we might have to have words. Oh. No. And we're not even, it doesn't even look like we're trying to close them down. Like, we're blocking, we're defending. I don't feel that we're actively trying to close them down and win the ball back. We're just trying to block them from doing anything with it. But that probably is a free kick. Free kick to AC Milan. It kind of was a free kick. As much as I like to bemoan them, it probably was a free kick if we're being honest. That was a terrible attempt. Yashari there. He was about 6 miles wide of the goal. I think he might have been closer to the corner flag than the goal. Okay. We had a slight technical issue for a moment there with MUTV, shockingly, but it's back working now. I was like, don't do this to me. Come back. Start working again, please. That free kick pass was so obvious, says Damien. Yeah, but it was so obvious and then he did it badly anyway. Thing is, if you execute it well, even if it's obvious, if it's executed well, it's dangerous. But he didn't. We just don't look like we're trying. We have no intensity, we've no urgency, we've no speed about us, we've no tempo. We look quite happy to let them have all the possession and just stand off them. That's what it looks like right now. None of our players are closing them down at all. I'm not a fan of this. Guys, I'm not a fan of this. Sorry, I'm not liking this very much. It's so different to how I feel like we've played in the last 2 matches. It's incredibly different. I don't like this. This is too slow and lazy and laboured and boring. Is this because we've had a game midweek? We played last Saturday, then we played Wednesday, now we're playing Saturday again. Is this what we're going to see in the season? Because we've had 2 games a week. Lawmans has come out to grab it from the air there. But is this because of the heat? Is it tactical? You know, don't waste all your energy early in the heat. Or is it, this is what we're going to look like when we're playing 2 games in the week, even if they're not competitive? Lads. Damien says, we dropped off greatly. Yeah, we have. And what I will say is, not all of these players have played in all 3 matches. I think Ahmad's been in all of them. Santos. Heaven. Sure. And even then, Ahmad's come on from. The rest of them have all played in bits and bobs. I have to tell myself it's the heat, guys. Because if this is because we played Leeds in a friendly in the midweek, I can't be dealing with this. Bruno was holding his face. He was being very dramatic, was Bruno. The part of his face he was holding, Musa was nowhere near him. There was a bit of a, but I mean, Bruno was being dramatic there. What are your theories, guys? Is this because we played 2 games this week, or is this because of the heat? Please say heat. It'll make me feel better. Like, it's just all AC Milan, possession-wise. I'm trying to tell you things about the match, lads, but I mean, there's not really anything different. It's AC Milan have possession. AC Milan attack. United stand off. United block. Ball gets turned over. Then you do it all over again. Rob says heat, I think, could be different in the second half. So conserve in the first half because of the heat. And then in the second half, just go for it. I can get on board with that theory, Rob. I see your theory. I take your theory. I'm going with it. Damien, Spurs are 2-0 up against Hoffenheim. We're going to have Happy Shem. Damien, if you know who has scored their goals, because obviously what they're looking for at the minute is more forward. So who has scored the 2 for Spurs? If you know, please. I'll get on board with Rob's theory here about the heat. If it's the heat, conserve in the first half, second half, take the shackles off and go. Heaven is so aware. Heaven is so aware. You could see there, he's shielding the ball. He knows that Lomans has got it, but he's very aware of the AC Milan player on his shoulder, making sure he's not getting close enough. And I see him do that every match. Multiple times a match. That's the second or third time he's done that today. Where he's shielding for Lomans to get it, but he's very aware of who's behind him. That's for a young player, that awareness is really good to have it so young, because that'll only improve. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. Santos tried to defend it. He almost took out the 2 AC Milan players, but he did take out United's player. Santos, he was trying to defend, but he's took out his own player in the process. And then there was just nobody else. Maguire. So Maguire was in the way. Santos is trying to get to the AC Milan player. Santos is trying to get to the AC Milan player, but he's laid it off. And Harry Maguire, to be fair, gets in Santos's way, because if Harry Maguire wasn't there, I think Santos gets to the player. I feel like Harry Maguire was the obstacle rather than Santos being the problem. But then Luke Shaw was then in centre rather than on the left. So because Luke Shaw then came out of position, that's where the ball goes in. It was a bit of a calamity there, if I'm honest. Really, really bad defending by Man United. I have to be honest though. I think Maguire impeding Santos prevented Santos from getting to the player. And then, like I said, Luke Shaw was entirely out of position, abandoned his side of the field, and then the goal goes in. Yeah, Rob says it's a pathetic goal to concede. Luke is celebrating. Luke's delighted. Bruno straight at their keeper. Thing is, when you stand off and you just let them have the ball for like the whole half, eventually they're going to score a goal. Mikey Moore for the second with an assist by Tell. Mikey Moore. We mentioned him the other day. Damien is not pleased either. Damien is not pleased. No, that's a real poor goal. Real poor defending. It was like one error after another. Poor on the throw. Santos and Maguire getting in each other's way. And then Shaw completely out of position. Heaven, to be fair, didn't do much better. Not great. But really, when you just stand off and say, here, have the ball. Do what you want. What do we think is going to happen, unfortunately? Excuse me a momento. I need to put in my chai order. Hello, all boxed up. Have been listening to the Leeds game. How are you guys? How are you guys fixed up, all boxed up? Mistake at the back there. Cunha, block. Oh, penalty given, and it wasn't Cunha, it was Tielemans. Penalty Man United. Tielemans taken out in the penalty area. Hopefully you've just unboxed another goal for us all boxed up. He was pulled backwards, that's what happened. I'll be honest. I think that is drastically soft. I have to be honest. I don't think that's a penalty at all. I've watched the replays. It looks like you've barely touched it. Maybe I've missed it. These aren't a decoration. Maybe I've missed it. I thought that looked very harsh. I think that's the kind of thing. If you had VAR, they're getting involved there. But we'll see, maybe not. Either way, look. We were through on goal. We've been given a penalty, right, lads? It's been saved. What is wrong with Bruno at the minute? What is wrong with Bruno at the minute? He missed the one in the last game. And that one, he's straight at the keeper. The keeper saved it. Bruno's really off it. Look, this is Bruno's second pre-season game. We have to remember that. This is our, fifth? It's his second. We're 3 games ahead of Bruno. He looks way off it at the minute. He's missing penalties all over the gaff. I mean, it wasn't a good penalty. It just wasn't good. It was a good save. The keeper does a good save because I think all penalty saves are good because saving a penalty is hard. But it wasn't a good penalty by Bruno. He's misplacing passes. He's skying shots. He's not getting the right passes to teammates. He's missing 2 penalties. He's way off the pace. He has got to catch up. Now he is literally behind everyone. But he needs to catch up sharpish. You didn't unbox a goal all boxed up. Your unboxing was faulty. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate you, but your box was faulty. Yep, Damien, we've seen it all World Cup. Hold off, concede, lose. All boxed up says Leeds are beating Augsburg 3-0. Mohramovic, Stack, and Justin. We are familiar with Justin from our match. Damien said it looked a teeny bit soft and then has rolled his eyes at Bruno's penalty. Yeah, that was disappointing. Good block by Maguire there. It's going to be a corner to them. Guys, should someone other than Bruno be taking penalties? And I'm not just basing it off 2 pre-season penalties. Didn't this come up last season? Shouldn't someone else be on penalties? What do we think of that? I don't know what I think of that, to be fair. I haven't really given it deep thought. I did see people mentioning it last season. And I know this is pre-season, but he's missed 2 in a row. Right, corner in. It's a way on out, but it's gone out to an AC Milan player. No, my player is faulty. Fair enough. Fair enough. I won't argue with that. Harold in the house says, how is the game? Not good, Harold. Started raining, then your whiskers stopped working. Oh no. Your wipers aren't working and it's raining. That's bad. And the match is not good. We're very slow. We lack tempo. We're not pressing. We're not closing down. We're not trying to win the ball back. Bruno's missed a penalty. AC Milan have all the possession. Other than Harry Maguire having a good header in the first 2 minutes, it's not been very good, Harold, to be honest with you. It's dampened my spirits. Santos has done well there. He does appear to be telling the defenders that they need to defend rather than him, which is fair, because I've seen him defending more than Luke Shaw down that left-hand side. Rob says, let Cunha take them, I think. Yeah, I feel like I would be more confident with that. I know Bruno does a lot of good, but I have to be honest, I'm not really exceptionally confident with him on penalties. Like, when he walks up to take a penalty, I don't think, well, this is going in. I do always think, maybe. There's always a little bit of doubt for me. There's a coming together there. Cunha is holding his face. Oh, he's took an elbow to the nose. It wasn't on purpose. He has taken an arm to the nose. I think his nose is bleeding. They might have to do the concussion protocol on him. Because there's medics on. It was an elbow to the face. United Mandem says, it's been clear for a while that we need 3 more signings minimum, but people still say we have a good squad that can compete next season. We did a big show on it yesterday lunchtime, United Mandem, looking at our squad. And we said, kind of the conclusion we came to was we have a good base, but we need more on top of that. So backup striker, midfielder, left back. Centre back, upgrade the right back, etc., etc. We've gone to half time, by the way, while they're doing the treatment. Let me pause the timer, sorry. There we go. Disappointing. All Boxed Up says, I have found him to be faulty goods for a while, but I'm not a Man United fan, so on that point, I don't count. It's all about what United fans think, and that's important about your players. Last summer, I'd have sold him in a heartbeat. That was my opinion. If you were handing me 100 million from last summer, I'd have taken it. I'd have taken your hand clean off. Last season, he was very important for us. There's things he does that drastically, really irritate me. And there's things he does that I think are very good. Last summer, I really wanted to get rid of him. This summer, I think we've got other things to deal with. Harold says, just wait for Rashford. He'll light us up and put some grift in the team. I can't tell if that's being or some grit in the team. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, Harold. Just wait for Rashford. What is Rashford? Sorry, what? I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or if that's sincere. I'm a little bit dumbstruck by that because I can't tell if it's sincere or sarcastic. Wait for Rashford. The player that doesn't want to play for us, that wants to be at Barcelona, that is... actually don't have words for that, I'll be honest. With him staying for the season, I hope he adds, because otherwise he's taken away. But he's certainly no sort of superhero. Thank you. He's certainly no sort of superhero. He's certainly no sort of saviour. And I think to put him on a pedestal above the players that got us into third last season and have worked our asses off for our club, and to put him on a pedestal, get Rashford on and he'll save the day, I actually think is incredibly insulting to the players that do want to play and are dedicated to our squad. This thing of he's some sort of a hero that's coming back to save us, I find to be... that makes me angry towards him, and he's not responsible for people saying that. I actually think that sort of a comment, if you're being sincere, does him more damage than good. Because then people like me, who are a little bit like, that makes me go, what makes him above anybody who's worked our backside off for our club and put the effort in and turned up to training and got us into third and actually wants to be at our club? Not for me. If he comes on, I hope he does well. I hope he adds. But I'm not going to sit here pretending like, oh, get him on and he'll save us. A bit of both. You love him and you think he'll be very good this season. I think he can be good this season. I think he can be good this season. I think he has the potential to add, as I've just said. But this thing that he's the saviour coming back to rescue United... Like for me, when I was growing up, when I would see Ollie coming on the pitch, I would think like, every time I saw Ollie on the pitch, I knew we were going to score. Every single time, without fail. When I would see Ollie get subbed onto the pitch, I would get like giddy with excitement because I knew we were about to score some goals. I miss that with a lot of our players. So like, to me, Ollie was a saviour. We could have been 10-0 down with 3 minutes to go, and I'd be like, put Ollie on, he's going to save us. That was genuinely how sure I felt about him. I don't feel like that, obviously, about Rashford, but it kind of goes back to what I was saying about Bruno as well. When I see Bruno stepping up to take a penalty, I don't feel that certainty in my soul he's going to score it. There's very few of our players, if any, that I feel that sort of certainty of what they're going to give me. Very few. And that's probably the problem, because I kind of felt like that with Roy Keane. If there was a battle in the midfield and Roy Keane was in it, I knew we were going to come out with the ball. I knew we were going to win. I knew it. I just don't... That certainty is gone. It's been eroded over the years. So I don't think anybody just comes on and saves us. Really? I don't think we have that anymore. I hope we can develop it with some of these players. So I'm starting to feel that kind of a certainty with Lawmans in terms of, for the most part, unless it's an absolute, like, unbelievable shot, for the most part, he's there to save it. He's reliable. I feel sure in him. Shaw, I don't. He's hit and miss. Even when he's on the pitch, he's hit and miss. Heaven, I love, but he's still only developing, so I just don't have that. I really do like Harry Maguire. I really do like Harry Maguire, but age is getting him now. Age is getting him. He's good in the air. He's good with his head. He can score an old goal. And he's a pretty seasoned defender, but he's never been particularly speedy, and age is starting to get the better of him. Dalot, up and down. Mazraoui, I like, but I don't feel that oomph with him. Santos, I'm hoping will develop it similar to Heaven. Tielemans, actually, I'm not sure about Tielemans so far. I've seen 2 cameos, and I've seen him lose the ball a lot of times in those 2 cameos. At the minute, I'm preferring Santos. Then on the left, nobody. As I said, I don't feel like that about Bruno. I don't think he's that type of player to feel that way about. Sesko, Ahmad, Mbeumo, Cunha. Like, do you know what I mean? Harold says Maguire's very good at penalties. He is, to be fair. You probably want a penalty taker, though, that's going to be there into the future. Because, as I said, like, Bruno's not getting any younger. So if you're going to take the penalty off him, you want to give it to somebody who's going to have it into the future, not take it off him to give it to somebody else who's a similar age, if that makes sense. But yeah, he can take a penalty, you're right. Yes, Damien has lost the goodwill for Rashford. Any goodwill for Rashford is long gone. A decent season from him with no drama is the bare minimum, and even that is a long shot. What I will say is kind of what I said earlier on. Any drama induced by him. So he can't control how other people behave. Once he doesn't induce any drama, then I'm not going to hold it against him what other people do. Mecha just made it 4-0 for Leeds. I'm telling you what, guys. Leeds are moving up my table of predictions. They're doing really well. They're doing really well. Me timer. What's wrong with me timer? Flossie says the timer. What's wrong with the timer? It's stopped, and unless MUTV's messing with me, it's still half time. I think I'm alright, unless MUTV's at it again. Oh, no, okay. I was like, what have I done now? The amount of things that went wrong at the start of this stream, I was like, I better check it just in case. It wouldn't be like me. Let me see. Damien says they look like they're still on a pre-season post-World Cup holiday. The problem is, we've seen a large number of these players do better than this in pre-season. Our Leeds pre-season game and a couple of the other ones, like, have actually been quite high tempo. We have been closing down. We have been, high-paced. We have been keeping possession and attacking. This is different than what we've done in other pre-season games. I'm quite disappointed. Now, maybe Rob's going to be right. Maybe they're saving themselves for the second half in the heat, and in the second half they're going to come out and go at it. But I have to be honest, guys, underwhelmed with this first half. And I'm really hoping it is the heat, and it's not that this because we've played Leeds in the midweek. That's what I'm hoping. Because if this is because we've played Leeds in the midweek in a friendly, and half of them didn't start out, that would be disastrous. Bruno looks way off it. But, and I do want to be fair, Mbeumo looked way off it. I said it, the first and second pre-season games, I said Mbeumo looks a way off it here. And now look at him. He was smashing it then for the last 3. So, Cunha, Bruno. Is there anybody else that came back with that group? Tielemans came back slightly before that. He's had one more than them. Who else? I think everybody else was already back. I'll give them a little more time. But I'm slightly concerned because it's not just injury. We talk about, if we get one injury to a key player, we're buggered. If we have one key player that's not injured but is off form, that's not good either. Like, if Bruno, and this might not happen, but we're imagining, if Bruno is off form, Mount is injured, I really like Shea Lacey and I hope he gets a chance, but I don't think he should be the main number 10. You're probably looking at maybe putting in Mbeumo or Xerxes. God, not Xerxes. We do have other people to put in there, but we drop off drastically because the best backup is Mount and he's injured. So it does, even if it's not an injury, if a player's not in form, that puts us right off it. Maguire. Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with Maguire taking penalties like as a backup option. Not at all. But I think we probably, personally, I think we need a new, and as I said, this is not just based off the 2 pre-season ones. This was sort of talked about briefly last season. I think maybe we need somebody else on penalties. I never feel 100% confident when Bruno takes them. He has other things he's good at. Penalties I don't think are his forte, if I'm totally honest with you. All boxed up says Bruno is very petulant. Yeah, what I don't like is when he complains about other players making a mistake after he was the one that made the mistake. I don't like when he does that, and he does it all the time. He puts either not enough or too much on a pass, and then he blames the other player for not getting to it instead of saying, sorry, my bad. I don't like that. It irritates me. It irritates me. When you get it wrong, you have to be able to put your hand up and say, got it wrong. They were showing the replays, Flossie. They were showing the replays. There's Marcus. Modric signing jerseys for people from the bench. Are we getting any substitutes? I'm going to turn the sound back on and listen to them. At half time, I turn the sound off. I don't listen to them because I want to talk to you guys without shouting at you. So I better turn the sound back on to see if we're getting any subs. Full time, Leeds 4-0. I mean, you have had quite a good pre-season. Have you used one more, or is that your last one? All boxed up. Surely that's your last one. This has to be everybody's last one. I'm watching them come out to see if there's any changes. Maguire and Tielemans. Maguire's massive, because no matter who he stands beside, they look tiny. Like, Tielemans looks so short next to him. I can't see any substitutes for half-time. But I'm waiting for them to confirm that to me. Oh. 3-0 for Spurs against Hoffenheim. Tell and Moore linked up for the third, and they linked up for the second as well. So Tell and Moore linked up for 2 of Spurs' goals, and Brentford have just beaten Freiburg 7-0. Holy moly. I don't know if we would beat Freiburg or Frankfurt. Frankfurt, okay. That's still like an enormous score. 7-0 is massive. And the thing is, Brentford have kept Keith Andrews. They'll have just built on what they did last season. They'll just be plugging away Brentford. I think the two teams that'll kind of improve themselves from last season, for me, are Brentford and Leeds. Like, in terms of that sort of a group. Right, we're back up and running, and I've not hit the timer. Sorry, sausage. Crystal Palace lost 3-0 to Freiburg. Brentford 7-0 to Frankfurt. That's quite big, you know. Okay. 1-1. Come on, lads. Now, what I want to see is Aidan Heaven is giving away a free kick. I want to see how effective was Michael Carrick's halftime talk. I want to see how much more intensity we bring to the second half compared to the first half. Because if it doesn't work out in the first half, I need to know Michael Carrick can do something to change it. Shem's back with us. Shem is back with us after Spurs 3-0. Mikey Moore and Tal linking up for 2 of them. We nearly scored. Man United nearly scored. Do you do this? Do you know when you're watching it? Do you do this to try and get a better angle, as if it's going to make any sort of a difference on what the screen is showing you? We nearly could have scored there. Leeds sounded good according to the comms. James Justin a good match. He had a good match against us as well. He could be one to watch for this season. That was Dorgu. Yellow cards, very much deserved, Patrick Dorgu. That was just silly. He just literally pulls down Loftus Cheek, and he's so obvious about it. Right, what do we reckon, guys, for the second half? What are we thinking, expecting, feeling, hoping? I'm hoping United score some more goals, but I'll be honest, I feel a little bit like AC Milan could win this. Because already they've got the possession back. Already. Second half has only started. We did what? 2 shots? 1 shot? AC Milan have possession back. That was very well done by Santos. Very, very, very well done by Santos there. Or they were through again. So essentially we need to make sure absolutely nothing happens to Santos is what I'm starting to think. All box stuff says United better win. Because I've hauled myself here. They better win is right. But I'll be honest, I'm not. It feels just such a lack of intensity. This has genuinely concerned me, you know. We're having a bit of possession again, which is already more than the last half. Santos is on the ground, as is Musa. So slow. Like Bruno, he's run forward, everyone has run forward, and he's like, slowed it down, stopped, looked around, tried to pick a pass, and we've lost the ball. We've scored! We've scored! Dorgu scored! Sorry, I was making sure. I was making sure it was real. It came from there, throw-in. Oh my dear me, that was terrible. Number 42. It's 2-1 Man United. It was very well done by Dorgu, to be fair. I'm just not really quite sure what happened there. I'm looking at it. I'm watching the replay, and my brain can't comprehend. Well done to Dorgu. Dorgu has seen the chance, taken the chance. They've made a mistake. Dorgu's gone, I'll have it. So well done to Patrick Dorgu. He was the fastest to react. It was a bit of a weird goal, though. Shen! I just couldn't believe it. I was like, has he actually scored? I saw him kick it. I saw the ball go in the back of the net. And then I was like, has he scored? Like, did the whistle go and I didn't hear it? Is he offside? Has that happened? So I'm very pleased. That felt weird. But yeah, like, and that's what it was, Damien. I was mid-flow complaining about Bruno being slow. He just, and then I saw it, and I had to like change gears. I had to, now I'm still not very happy. About Bruno just stop. And he does that. Watch him. He does that in season. The players make a run, and if it's not the exact run he wants to see, he just stops and lets all the defenders get back. He does it all the time, and it irritates me. So I wasn't prepared to celebrate. Goes to show it was an unexpected goal. Yeah, it needed a VAR check. There was just like, you could literally see the cogs turning real time in my brain. Chukwueze. appears to be sore. Bruno might have connected with his leg. All Box Stuff says, there you go. I jollied them up by what I said. That's it. You said they better win. And they said, well, All Boxed Up said we better win. Let's get scoring. I actually think that's what happened. You're right. You get all the credit, All Boxed Up. This game feels weird. I know it's pre-season, but it feels extra pre-season-y. Corner in for AC Milan. Headed away by our Harry. Ahmad tried to get to it, but didn't. Foul. Free kick. AC Milan. Bruno's not at it. He's not at it at the minute. Yeah, All Boxed Up is our lucky mascot. And he was Xerxes' lucky mascot this pre-season as well. If Xerxes' career gets a renaissance, it's all down to All Boxed Up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right, let's see. Are they going to equalise now immediately? Ridiculous. Don't do that. Free kick. Into the wall. Wall does its job. Ahmad's fell over, I think. We've got the ball away anyway, but only to AC Milan again. You can see now the pitch, it's completely like the sun has gone off the pitch now altogether. It's all in the shade now. So that will probably make things a wee bit easier, depending on the air temperature, but it will make things a wee bit easier. I wonder when we'll see subs, because we've had no subs yet. I'll be curious to see who the subs are now. Milan coming forward. Luke Shaw out of position again. 2-2. Luke Shaw out of position again. The AC Milan over on the left-hand side, on the left-hand wing, completely, entirely on his own, by himself, because Luke Shaw has wandered away off somewhere else. Remember, we looked at the heat maps. We looked at Luke Shaw, and we looked at the chap we were linked to. And the chap we were linked to was really, really over on the left. And what did I say when we compared it to Luke Shaw? If you look at Luke Shaw's, his comes further in. Luke Shaw had drifted in, left nobody out there on the left. Chukwueze's out there, bajillions of space, gets the ball in, and to be fair, the centre-back defending is terrible as well, because when Chukwueze gets the ball in, the chap that actually scores, Cisse, has nobody near him either. Cisse ran into the box unmarked, despite that Mazraoui was running and could see him. So Mazraoui, terrible. Luke Shaw, out of position for both goals. I know it's a friendly, lads, but this is the things that we see in the match. These are the things we see during the season. These are the problems that we will face in actual competitive matches. I am sick of seeing Luke Shaw out of position. You are a left back. Focus on the left. Genuinely. What do we call the guy that we were linked to, guys? Please somebody tell me his name. the left back we were linked to. It was kind of a loose link that we spoke about the other day. Dorgu's down. Old Liz mouth. He'll be all right though. What was his name? Gom. It was 4 letters. Can't remember. But when we looked at his heat map, he was so left. He was like hugging the left line up and down, but he was very much on the left. Luke Shaw is much wider, much further in. And it means he's out of position a lot. It's so frustrating. We're having some substitutions. We're having some drinks, I think. Is this hydration? I can't tell. Surely it's a bit early for hydration. Maybe it's just subs. Subs for AC Milan. What happened, says Bonkers. Shaw, who's a left back, was not at left back. Chukwueze was in loads of space, received the ball. Modric is on. Got a brilliant ball through to Cisse, who Mazraoui was running beside but somehow wasn't marking him. He was running about 2 strides behind him, even though he was with him. And the ball went in the back of the net because we just defended really badly. All boxed up says, can't remember the name. Me either, it's gone. It's gone. What is the name? We only spoke about this yesterday. Surely, Rashford's on. Mainu's on. Dallow's on. Mbumo's coming. Lacey's coming. Do you know who's not coming off though? Luke Shaw. Right, where's this man? I'll think of his name after the stream. But let me see. That side should have been Maguire. All boxed up. So see where you're saying heaven. So the guy, Cisse that run in and scored the goal, watch the replay. Mazraoui was running with him and somehow still managed to not mark him. So I wouldn't expect it's Shaw, Heaven, Maguire, Mazraoui. So if it was Mazraoui's sides, then the next one in should be Maguire, not Heaven. Heaven was probably trying to cover where Shaw was. But it was bad defending across the board, to be fair. But I mean, just really bad. United Mandem says, I told you Shaw always leaves a man in the far post. Rob says, bloody Shaw giving away goals. Yeah, where's Amas? So, All Boxed Up is saying, where's the kid that was playing there? Harry Amas. We want to sell him for 6 million, so he's not on the pitch. That's infuriated me, actually. Because as I said, I know this is a friendly. The result doesn't really matter. But we've got Bruno not at the races, moaning and whining and shooting pot shots, slowing the game down, refusing to pass the ball, missing penalties. You have the entire back line is asleep in this match, essentially, including Heaven, who I really like. I don't think Ahmad's been very good. Who else? Cunha, to be honest, barely been in the game. Sorry, I love Mateus Cunha. Hasn't really been in the game. Who else? Dorgu's tried, bless him, to be fair. I'll give Dorgu a bit of credit. Tielemans played that one really good pass right at the start in the first half. And not another one since. Santos is doing his best, but I mean, there's only one of them. I think it's been really poor across the board. This is the best, on paper, the best starting lineup we've seen. And it's the absolute worst that we've looked. Martinez is on the pitch, by the way, as well. I spotted the number 6. I was like, I didn't see him coming on, but I've seen him. There's the number 6 with his floppy hair. So Martinez is on. It's Martinez and Maguire now. Like, Santos has been good. He's gone off. Tielemans, I'm sure he will be good. But in the 2 cameos I've seen, I've not been blown away. And this. You get a wee bit of positivity. And then you take it off paper and put it on the pitch. And then it's lost. Damien says, if we play like this against Hull, I didn't think that was a free kick, to be fair. All Boxed Up says Tielemans will be worth his weight in gold. I'm sure he will be very good. I'm sure he will, but at the minute, I think I missed the match that he was really good in. So the PSG one seems to be where he's had his best pre-season game, and I didn't see that one. So the 2 I've seen him in, he's not been really bad, but I've not really noticed him, if that makes sense. And sometimes that's good, but at the minute, I'm not feeling it. And Bumo out to Rashford, who's overlap with him. And Bumo's got it. He's trying to backheel it, but it's not translated well. It's not translated well. Oh, it's frustrating. Not because of the result, because of what we're seeing. Just not concentrating, not awake, not at the races, not energetic. Like, all of the things that we've seen that have been really good in the pre-season, they've just forgot all of them. All Boxed Up says Hull have signed Gerhardt from Leeds. He needs close attention when you play Hull. All 3 of the sides that have come up have done unbelievable work in the summer. Hull has bought quite a few players. Coventry beat their own transfer record 4 times. And Ipswich was on like 14 new players the last count. They were on 12 or 13 when we looked at them. They've signed another 1 or 2 since, and they're linked to more. They'll have like 15 new players by the time they're started. So I don't think any of them are guarantees, which is the way a lot of fans seem to be considering them, and I think that's wrong. Oh my god, sure! Chuckweezy's over there! 3! Guys, I'm not joking. It was a carbon copy of the second goal. Luke Shaw, absolutely nowhere to be seen. Out of position again. 3 goals for AC Milan. Every single one of them, Luke Shaw has not been in position at left back. He's too busy trying to be a winger and a midfielder. He's not in position. Look at him. Look at him. He's not. He thinks he's a centre back. He thinks he's a midfielder. Look at the space Chukwueze has. Luke Shaw, nowhere near him. Really bad defending as well. The centre back's dreadful. Again. Absolutely dreadful. Luke Shaw. 3 goals. 3. Now, the whole back line has been bad in this match. And can I just say, 2 of those have been changed. So we have Martinez and Dallo on the pitch now, instead of Mazraoui and Heaven. The whole back line has been bad, right? Can I just say, Luke Shaw, tell me again we don't need a left back. Somebody tell me we don't need a left back. Really tell me. Because this is beyond a joke. This is beyond a joke. 3. 1, 2, 3. He has been out of position every single goddamn time. He's more interested in being a winger or a midfielder or a centre back. He has no interest in being at left back. He's never at left back. The entire space he should have been occupying was completely empty. It was an exact copy of the second goal. All Hull have to do is watch this match and then put the ball where Luke Shaw is supposed to be. And you can just have it for free because nobody's going to try and challenge you for it. Rob says, Shaw, what the hell are you doing? He's not sure. Damien says, how much space is he going to give away? All of it. All of it. He doesn't want that space. He wants to be in somebody else's space, which not only means he's out of position, but he's distracting them and encroaching on them, what they're doing. Huge, hello to Huge, who says it's the press. The press is useless and then they are playing through us without a fight. Yes, the press has been diabolical. In fact, the press has been non-existent. There has been no press. No press, no urgency, no temper, no tempo, no closing down, no speed, no nada. No energy, not a goddamn thing. Here we go again. They're going to get 4. 4. Loftus-Cheek has scored. It's 4, guys. 4-2 AC Milan. Funny enough, space down that side again. Now, I don't think that one was entirely 100% on Shaw, but it was down that side all over again. 4-2 to AC Milan. I'm sorry, look at these lineups and tell me they should be winning 4-2. Ridiculous. Down. He's gone down Shaw's side again. Now, in this scenario, we were attacking. Shaw couldn't get back. He was just too slow. Martinez was too slow. There was nobody quicker than Loftus-Cheek. But it was down the same side. Up and down that side. If anybody thinks we do not need a left back, I'm sorry, I do not understand. I cannot grasp why you would think that. Is Harry Amass even on our bench? Not that it matters at 4-2. Is Harry Amass on the bench? Because he's rapid. Let me see. Where's the bench? I just want to know now. Yeah, Harry Amass is sitting on the bench right now. Harry Amass is sitting on the bench right now. Guys, this has been brutal. This is our best lineup. Bar Sesko and potentially Ahmad from Bumo. But overall, this is our best lineup. And all we've done since this is put more experience on, because we've put Martinez instead of Heaven. We've put Dallo instead of Mazraoui. We've put Rashford instead of Dorgu. And we've put in Bumo instead of Cunha, I think. It should be better. I'm struggling. I'm struggling, guys, to not overreact. That ship might have sailed. The don't overreact ship might have sailed. Guys, what am I looking at? Bruno's taking a corner. Incredibly, it's actually a good corner. There's been a head collision. Manu and somebody else. Oh, Manu and Pavlovic. That looked sore. I'm so angry. Guys, right? I would like you to cast your mind back to yesterday when I said it's a good base. We just need some additions. Remember that? Remember happy Lou? Positive Lou? Lou. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, guys. Let's have some tea. Tea's going to help make everything better. Okay, let me see what you guys think. Let me just breathe and see what you guys think. Huge says, we were struggling with Dorgu on the left and then you put Rashford. I know it's pre-season, but come on. He is the man, the team just... He made the team just so much worse off the ball with the changes. He made the team, he being Carrick, made the team just so much worse off the ball with the changes. The final boss wants to know what he's come back to. A calamity. You've come back to a calamity of errors, poor decisions, lazy so-and-sos, terrible tactics, a lack of pressing, lack of energy, inability to play the game they're paid to play, and just all-round complete and utter dross. That's what you've come back to. The last of my patience. You've come back to that as well. That's all gone. In the bin with everything else. Gaz is with me. Gaz says, best lineup pre-season and we perform like this because we've got more ego on the pitch than talent. And you know what, guys? I'm sorry. Bruno has been shocking. Shea Lacey on this pitch instead of Bruno would have added up 2 extra players to us. Bruno has been absolutely terrible. He's lost every ball. He's moaned and whinged his way through the game. That's when he's been involved at all, because half the time he's been anonymous and he missed the penalty. He's been terrible and he's ruining everyone else's mood around him. And I think if Shea Lacey was there without ego, working hard for the team, we'd have been better off than having Bruno on that pitch. He's another one. Shaw, Maguire, today heaven. Mazraoui was up and down. Tielemans has been anonymous. Bruno's been terrible. Marcus Rashford's won the ball back. We've given it away. We've given it away. Everybody's been shocking. All of them. Gaz says it's been so tempting to turn it off. I can't. Do you know people that get annoyed and they just turn it off? I can't. It's like, I have to watch. I can't help myself. It's like, do you know when you're watching a scary movie and you're like, oh, and you know the bad bit's coming, but you don't want to turn it off, so you can't help but watch it unfolding. It's like a horror movie. I can't turn it off. I need to see what happens next. Luke is enjoying it. Well, I'm glad Luke is having such a nice time, guys. Damien says, Carrick is playing 5D chess, showing the board how shite our left side is with no left back. Yeah, Damien, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Give me some sanity. That's what we've got. All Boxed Up says, it looks to me that the senior players are letting you down, not the young ones. Agreed. I agree. Because I'm telling you now, if Shea Lacey was on that pitch, he would have added more than Bruno has in this match. Definitely. And sorry to tell you, when we had Amas and Yoro on, they weren't doing what Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire have done today. At all. United Mandem says all 4 goals are from Shaw's side. Yeah, they are. They saw the frailties and applied pressure there. We are in for a rude awakening if they don't bring in more signings. Agree. Gaz says, glutton for punishment, Lou. Yeah, unfortunately. Huge says, this is our worst lineup if you think about it. No pace, deep and lazy press up front. It's very limited, but it shouldn't be. On paper, you look at that lineup and you think that's one of our strongest lineups. On paper. But I agree with you. It has been lazy. There's been no press. There's been absolutely no energy at all. It's been slow and laboured and lazy. That's what it's been. 100%. Yeah. Amas still sitting on the bench, cannot believe we're selling him. I agree. I would keep Amas, get another one, and get rid of Luke Shaw, is what I would be doing. Why are we selling Amas? Sell Shaw. He's fit. He's been fit for a season. See if you can get a tenner for him. Although probably not after today. He's so annoying. And I know. All the people are going to be like, it's only pre-season. Don't overreact. It's only pre-season. Oh, no. Sorry, what? But it's not just pre-season. This is exactly what we've seen for the last 10 seasons. It's not just pre-season, is it? Because see, if it was just pre-season, people wouldn't react like this. It's not just pre-season. It is exactly the same problems we have had all the way up to this pre-season, all the way up to last pre-season. It's exactly the same problems. So see, for anybody to tell me, oh, it's only pre-season, don't overreact. It's not only pre-season, because if it was only pre-season, nobody would be overreacting. Do you know what I mean? It's fine. It's going to be fine. We're going to buy a left back, aren't we? We're going to buy a left back. And then Luke Shaw's going to start anyway. Because we have a left back on the bench and Luke Shaw started. We have a left back on the bench. Oh, Rashford nearly scored. Rashford nearly scored. I would have said nice things about him too. What I will say, and I'm Jesus at the wrath of the people who don't like him, he's actually been quite energetic from he's come on as Marcus Rashford. Now, it wouldn't look hard to look energetic next to the rest of this bunch of non-energetic people today. But from he's come on, he's actually looked like he's trying, to be fair. I'll give him that. He's shown me a bit more effort than most of the other players that have been on the pitch today. Nixie in the house who says, you guys need defenders ASAP. Yeah, we do, Nixie. We do. You're preaching to the choir. I'm sick of telling people. I'm sick of telling people. I appreciate and I understand and I agree with everybody who says we need a midfielder. I agree with you, okay? But I'm blue in the face saying we have got to get a left back. We have got to get defenders. I've been saying it since during last season and nobody wanted to listen because we needed midfielders, which we do, but there's other positions on the pitch, guys. We need a left back. We just need a left back. Yes, Nixie, you are correct and right. You are correct and right. It's against Ruben Amorim. Yeah, and he hasn't won a single game this pre-season. Not one game this pre-season has he won. Of course he was going to get the first one against us. I mean, that was always going to be the way of it. They have another 3 subs. Huge says, you can't play Cobby, Leisha, Maguire, Shaw with Rashford. Not enough work rate off the ball and the defenders are too slow to cover. I agree. I agree. There's no speed there at all. If you'd had Rashford and Maguire, but then Amas and Santos as a 4, that works because you've got 2 that can run and 2 that can't. But it was just a bit of a mess. And I think Dorgu was doing a lot of helping Shaw out that Rashford won't do. That goes unnoticed until it's not happening. What was Rashford's reception like? To be fair, there was a bunch of subs all at the one time. There was like 4 or 5 subs at the same time. So there was no individual reception for him, if that makes sense. Like there was no, I didn't notice a reaction kind of one way or the other. But I think that might have been done on purpose, do it in a cluster, so it's not him by himself. Maybe. Sorry. More tea. It seems to be working. I'm calming down. I'm breathing, guys. Breathe and drink tea. It's all going to be okay. Huge says, I fear that Carrick will play Rashford more than Dorgu and it will hurt us. I have that same concern. Or Dorgu's going to get shoved into left back when he's not a left back and we're just going to stunt him. I'm really worried about what we're going to do to Dorgu. Really worried. He was so coming into his own last season. And with Rashford coming back and no backup left back, I just feel like he's going to get shoved in there. And it's going to completely destroy his development. I have the same concern as you, Huge. What I won't do is blame Rashford for that. Because that will be Michael Carrick's choice. And the club's, but Michael Carrick's. Huge says Cobby has been awful. I don't think he's amazing anyway, if I'm honest. And as I said, I have found Tielemans at the moment underwhelming. I have no doubt he will grow into the role through the season. We know Tielemans' quality. Maybe I'm being a little harsh because I feel like Santos just hit the ground running. He come in and boom. Tielemans feel like he's more building into the squad, if that makes sense. But yeah, Damien says, the more I look at Shaw, the more he looks sluggish. What's the bets? I'm afraid to say this, guys, but I'm going to say it. What is the bets that at some point in the next 24 hours, we get word or rumours that Luke Shaw has a knock and that's what made him so slow in this match? What's the bets? What is the bets? 24 to 48 hours, Luke Shaw has a knock. That's why he couldn't run so fast. Same as Mason Mount's precaution is now 2 matches. Yeah, agree, Huge. Absolutely agree. It's not Rashford's fault. I don't blame him. Agree. Absolutely agree. I would say it bothers him as much as us because he also doesn't want to be in this situation. He's stuck. Guest says, I'm not excited about football coming back anymore. Somebody cheer me up. Sorry, I don't know if I'm the person for that right now. I'm not sure if I'm the person right now. Okay. I'm going to say something positive. Guess, this one's for you. There's no way Bruno Fernandes is going to stay this bad all season. He's been terrible. He will definitely be better. There's one area we know is going to improve from today. There's positive thinking. We had a corner, but we wasted it. That's true. Huge. Lawman's looks good. That's positive. Right, let's do more positives. What else is positive? Heaven is much better than he has shown today and will likely play better in the season. This was a blip game for him rather than the norm. What else? What else is good? Tielemans, I also think, will improve as the season goes on. There you go, guys. It's just one of them games. It's just one of them games where all the things went wrong at the same time. If only some of those things went wrong, wouldn't have been so bad. I'm trying, guys. Rob says Cunha will improve too, as he's back a little longer. Agree, I agree. Agreed. Go on. Lacey tried to come in there, but two of them cut him out. I agree, huge. Santos looks amazing every single minute he has played. I love him. I think he's going to be brilliant. All boxed up, likes heaven. He's a good one. He is a good one. I truly believe a left back is more important than a third midfielder. And I said that a couple of weeks ago. Remember somebody asked me, would you want, if you had to choose third midfielder or left back? I said, well, I would want both. But if I had to pick one, it would be left back. Does everybody remember that? Weeks ago. We shouldn't have to pick. But that's where I'm at. Behind the dugouts, Kai in the house, saying, hello to all. Apart from the score, how have United been? That squad needs some attention. Can't be going into next season with this. Said from the moment we sold him, United fans will love Santos. You were one of the fans when that deal happened that I saw given out about it, and I was like, oh, that means he's good, and it made me happy. But yeah, apart from the score, we've been absolutely shocking. We need the gadget I spoke about. I speak about so many things. Damien says, Mbumo, Xerxes and Lacey all had a good pre-season with the time that they were given on the pitch. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Yeah, Kai's actually working on a few deals. He's going to get us some players. They have too many. We don't have enough. So Kai's going to help us out behind the scenes. The left back. Was that his name? I couldn't remember his left back, or the name. The guy looked really good. Right, I'm going to look it up. The German international. And I said he looks like a great idea, and people told me I was nuts. He was 28. Game is done and dusted, guys. Done and dusted. 4-2. 4-2. Unbelievable. Right, let me just double check the name of this left back. Manchester United. No, not Lewis Hall. Not Lewis Hall. Bloody hell. This guy. I can see his face. What's his name, though? Blah, blah, blah. Not Anthony Robinson. Trafford, Miles Lewis, Skelly. Where is his name? Why have you got his picture and not his name? David Raum. David Raum. That's him. I think we should just go and get him. We looked him up the other day. He looks quite good. He looks like he's not going to get broken every 5 minutes. I think we should go and get David Raum. Right. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here, boys and girls. Teacups of the world. What a disappointing performance. Forget about the score. What an incredibly disappointing performance from Manchester United. I would like to reiterate, we need a goddamn left back. Luke Shaw is just not it. Not it at all. Much improvement needed. Carrick's halftime talk seemed to have little to no impact, which is a little bit concerning. Hopefully by tomorrow, I will regain some pep in my step. But as of right now, I'm a little bit worried, guys. I'm a little bit worried. Thank you all for being here. Ye are all fantastic and sensational. Do go off, enjoy the rest of your evening. 12 o'clock stream tomorrow on a Sunday. You are great. This was not. I will talk to you all very